in this country is about race, I began to wonder why it is that all the white folks I know want everyone to stop talking about race. And what became really clear to me is that the reason we white folks want everyone else to stop talking about race is because that system, that racialized social system, implicates us as the bad guys. And we think that black folks bring up race because they want us to suffer for what our ancestors did to their ancestors. But nothing could be further from the truth. Black folks didn't choose to be.
What do you mean nothing could be further from the truth? That we want you to suffer as our ancestors suffered. It doesn't matter what I say. It matters what the Most High says. See, the Most High, that's half-assing. That's, you know, you want to do things the white way. You want to acknowledge the problem, but then tell us what the solution is going to be. You want to tell us, yes, you know, everything's been about race. Yes, we set this system up. Yes, you know, we've been enjoying all the fruits of your labor, of your ancestors, but you don't want justice. You don't want revenge. See, that's what the Holy Spirit has now given us. This is why when you guys say either you're going to admit it all the way or just keep your mouth shut. Because you're not going to tell me what I want. You're not going to tell our ancestors what they want. Go read Revelation 6 and look at what's going on underneath the altar. And then ask me if you think that our ancestors don't want revenge, don't want justice, don't think the Most High doesn't want justice for his people and his land. Go read yourself some Jeremiah 30 and 16, Revelation 13, 9 and 10. So, but see, this is what happens when you seem to think that you're in a position to dictate terms. You don't dictate terms to me and my people whatsoever. You do not dictate terms to my power whatsoever. Just because you're going to admit some shit that we've been saying this whole time doesn't mean anything. So I want you to play that part one more time.
Is because that system, that racialized social system, implicates us as the bad guys. And we think that black folks bring up race because they want us to suffer for what our ancestors did to their ancestors. But nothing could be further from the truth. Black folks didn't choose to be black in a racial caste system.
Then he just goes off. I'm like, what the hell? Now, hold on. This Asian girl here, she's given some information, but it's like, it's all, they try to make it sound like it was, well, just listen to it. I'll let you listen to it. Because like I said, these immigrants are admitting the truth. They're admitting the truth. That shows you where we are right now. There's no going back. Because once we got the understanding, now they have to admit it. But again, they're trying to, you know, go about saying they're sorry the white way by admitting the atrocities, but then acting like there's not going to be any kind of recompense.
I say we as an Asian, like we heard about America and we learned that to survive in this country,
they were making an idiot.
I say we as an Asian, like we heard about America and we learned that to survive in this country, we needed to align ourselves with whiteness and not blackness because we didn't want to catch that smoke, essentially. So we aligned ourselves with whiteness. And so proximity to whiteness keeps us, quote unquote, safer. But in doing that, they can be like, ha, model minority. If the Asians can do it, why can't you do it? And so we created a wedge.
Okay, that model minority is all minorities. If they can do it, why can't you? If they can come here and within one generation, they can accomplish this, why can't you black people? It wasn't about minority against minority. It was about all minorities against us. All minorities against us. And like talking about catching that smoke, exactly. So you decided to align yourselves with Esau, and then because you didn't want to catch that smoke. Exactly. Okay, I'll go back again. I'll play it from the beginning.
I say we as an Asian, like we heard about America and we learned that to survive in this country, we needed to align ourselves with whiteness and not blackness because we didn't want to catch that smoke, essentially. So we aligned ourselves with whiteness. And so proximity to whiteness keeps us, quote unquote, safer. But in doing that, they can be like, ha, model minority. If the Asians can do it, why can't you do it? And so we created a wedge as people of color against other people of color.
Everybody against black people.
Whole thing.
Against Negroes.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And then like the riots in LA, the wedge theory came in crazy because professionals from Asia came, but they're not allowed to be doctors here. But they can get a loan because they're proximity to whiteness. But they can only get a loan in black neighborhoods.
Right.
Where black people could not get loans.
Right.
And so there's that automatic tension.
Facts that we have now been bringing out. Now they are going to be bringing out. We couldn't get loans. That's how they got their businesses in our neighborhoods, stealing our money, stealing our resources.